What's up, guys? Welcome back to the EGPodofThunder with your boy, the young light-skinned Key Sweat. with my boy, NurzBenny.
Hey.
And my boy, returning again, Elray _ Jetson.
What up?
Yo, start off real quick. I think you're the only guy I know, Ben, that has literally the same number since like middle school. Bro, your name's still Ben YMCA. I'm never gonna change until you change your number.
No, I've had the. That's my first cell phone number. That's never changed.
That's crazy.
Nuts.
Why is that crazy?
Yo, the amount of numbers I used to go through, like left and right, it was like a monthly thing where I'd have a new number. So to have the same number for that long,
I don't know. It sounds like you guys were dealing.
And I wasn't a drug dealer.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not here to cast any aspersions, but I don't know. I feel like the only people that need to change their numbers have stuff going on that I never did.
You never had to manage a crazy girlfriend blowing up your phone, and you're like, all right, this is enough. I have to change it.
Nah, I'm not a celebrity, man. It's pretty low key over here. So
I don't know. Debate about that. I feel like you're Mr. Popular everywhere.
Not to the point I need to change my number.
Damn, man. Yeah. I've had, just like I've had so many numbers.
Yeah. Nah, you texted me and I was like, oh yeah, Effie's new number. All right.
Had to delete the old one. It's like I had T-Mobile at first and then Sprint. Now back to T-Mobile. Yeah, no, I haven't had a reason to change it.
All right, that's nuts. So, what have you been up to lately? And you were at the Rams Super Bowl.
I was, yeah.
You have to
it's everybody's Super Bowl, but the Rams were in it because we were the best team. So.
Hey, that's definitely a once in a lifetime moment, though. Like I feel like not that many people can say they've been to the Super Bowl.
No, I don't really know too many people. I don't know any. Like I know people that went, but not like that I could like talk to and stuff. It was a good time. It was once in a lifetime. That's been my team since, oh my God, since I was like 9 years old. So it's about time. And I knew people in LA, so I was like, I don't have to worry about lodging. Then, the day of the event, I was searching all the ticket apps, and I saw a number and a seat that fit into my bank account. So, well, it didn't really fit. Took out a sizable chunk actually, but it was worth it. So
spend it now, you make it back later.
Yeah, I haven't made it back yet, but one day.
It's like still recovering.
Yeah, a little bit, kind of. No, actually, the Super Bowl ticket was fine. It's been like all this other stuff, all the other parts of life that have been a drain, but it's all right. Once in a lifetime, like you said.
100%. You definitely gotta do that shit. I mean, it's definitely a memorable moment. Like, I feel like moments like that, you can't put a price tag on it.
No, you can't. And life is growing as we get older. You find out it gets increasingly shorter and shorter as you go. So you never know. Like R.I.P. Dwayne Haskins, you could be here today.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
No, it's great because like you said, you never know. So when people are asking me like, oh, then you go on these trips, bro, life happens quick. Yeah. I'm about to turn 30. So like if I wasn't going on these trips beforehand, when was I gonna go?
Right.
So I'm already here. So people are like, damn, I've barely gone to Florida, and it's like, well,
I've never been to Florida. So
I am always when people are like, oh my God, I'm going to New York for today. I'm like, New York? Because I used to go there a lot as a kid because I had a lot of family. My mom had like business interests in like New Jersey and stuff. So I was always like, I don't know. She'd just like wake me up at like 4:00 in the morning on a Saturday, like, yo, we're going to New York. I'm just like, all right. But yeah, no, life's short. It's better to have experiences than like, I don't know.
All that money in the bank? Yeah,
or endless amount of sneakers or something.
No.
I'm not saying I'm not guilty. You gotta balance it out. Like I was saying off air, or on mic, but off air. About like that wrestling show came on Tuesday or Wednesday. You know what that means? Yeah. And I was like, nah, I don't know. I could just go to my girlfriend's house and like watch this on TV. And then I was like, I can do that every day though. Might as well. I got like a $400 seat for $100. I was like, this makes too much sense. Yeah, I gotta go. So.
Okay. But you went dolo?
Yeah.
Dang, you should hit me up. I didn't even know.
I was thinking about it, but again, it was like one ticket. I was like, I got to just do this for myself.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if I knew they were here, I would have went.
Yeah.
I just came back from Miami that day.
You're a busy guy.
Yeah, this guy is everywhere, Mr. International himself.
Hey, it's like we were just talking about though. I could be like home doing the same bar, same clubs I'm always doing every single time,
right.
Or I can switch it up and do something different for that kind of that same price point. Because people are going out to the bars here, they're going out to the same clubs they always go to. They got VIP, they're getting a bottle service. That shit all adds up.
Yeah,
I can go instead of getting a bottle service, do regular general admission somewhere else in Miami.
Yeah.
Get in pregame and still have a good time in a different state or country.
Did you start this podcast to justify your travel?
It's come up. I haven't brought it up until people bring it up, but I did make a YouTube for my travels.
Word.
But bro, it's had so much content. Content's like tough to make, so I've only had like 6 videos up. I have so many videos just like in my archives that I gotta go and like edit out and just like post. I post more.
What made you? Is there structure? What are we just talking? Okay. Fuck it. I'll ask the questions. What made you, as someone who had a podcast before, what made you want to start this?
Dude, I've always been into like graphic design. Like I was that guy on MySpace. Like,
he definitely designed a couple MySpace like things for me.
Yeah, like MySpace layouts, HTML, stuff like that. So that's always been in the back of my head. Photography. Then I started doing like sports photography for like my brother and other like football players and shit like that. And then I've always just like enjoyed the concept of like taking pictures. Really love like podcasts and hearing inspirational stories. I got really into it maybe about like 2015, 16, like podcasting like hard. Yeah. I'm like, dude, I would love to do this, but I've had this like my equipment for a while. Sure. But like putting it to action, my boy Diego's like he wanted to do one too. And then we started doing like this was back in January. We started going with like meeting up and doing like off air, like never to live. Like we're doing like Raw, want to see how it was. And then I did like 2 previous ones like 2 years ago. Like my friend Michelle, she's a wrestler, so we did one together. Got like 2,000 views on YouTube. Me and my brother did one like 3 years ago. So I've done like I flirted with it, but never like full like hardcore into it. Then me and you kind of just like push each other to do it, and now we're like 25 episodes in at this point.
That's a lot of episodes. Quick.
Are you gonna have to kick up any of the proceeds to Chris Jericho?
he did motivate me. Like, he's a person that does everything, bro. Like whatever he wants to do, I love like hearing inspirational stories like that. He does it. Music, kind of acting a little bit, wrestling, does whatever he wants to do. Books. So that's definitely inspirational. Like, bro, if I can do all this stuff, like why not? Like, what I be doing right now? Elray would probably be over watching the Grizzlies game. He's true. Here right now to just put mics on our face.
Right.
And I've got pretty good reception so far. Like, you're interested in coming on and making it funny and like entertaining. And this is how it would be anyway. So I've always just had like an urge just to be a podcast and then bring entertainment to people. And I feel like I'm a person that gets along with a lot of different like the whole bunch of different wide variety of people, so I can definitely have different people on and different aspects and
different conversations and still. Yeah,
I think I'm a pretty like respectable person where I can respect your thoughts and not argue back and forth with you.
Yeah, I just meant specifically on the Pod of Thunder.
Oh, the Pod of Thunder. The name of it.
You might run into some legal trouble.
No, Jericho doesn't have that.
It's like one of the. It's like one of the surnames for his.
Is it?
Spot. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
No one can trademark everything. But, when I first saw it, I saw Pod of Thunder. I was like, oh, did he? Whatever. But
if you see the Pod of Thunder with the new name, you know what happened.
It happened.
EGPodofThunder.
Yeah. No. I back in the day, it was like 2016 or something. I had like in 2015 I had bought a whole bunch of equipment.
He was podcasting before podcasting was like.
Yeah, it wasn't. I wasn't breaking any ground or anything. I'd been listening to podcasts for like a long time.
That's what I wanted to do it, but it's so hard.
But no, in 2015, I had bought a mixer and mics because I used to play. I still play, but I used to play. I used to play like fighting games competitively. I used to like travel around the country and stuff and go to different tournaments. So I remember Mortal Kombat 10 was coming out, and I was like, one of my best friends named Sam. We like played pretty hardcore, and I was like, all right, man, this is the year we're gonna start streaming. Yeah, we're gonna be on Twitch and Yeah, I mean, people are gonna watch us do combos. Fucking game came out and we're like, we're going to Vegas and Miami and all this other shit. I'm like, I don't have time for Twitch. I'm not gonna be on here every Monday night like, hey guys, give a fuck. So I just had this equipment in my basement, and then one of my boys, me and Nick, were just like, you want to try and just like make a podcast? Like, screw it, just screw around and do it. So we just like did it one day, and then got like pretty good feedback. So I was like, fine, let's just keep doing it. So I did it for like 2 years and had a couple good episodes, some not so good episodes. Definitely put some relationships in jeopardy. Types of shit. But I mean, you live and you learn, So.
Yeah.
I mean, but getting back to the Mortal Kombat thing though, so where did you just like start it? How did you become so good at Mortal Kombat? I'm good, but definitely not that good where I'm competing and going places.
I just never stopped playing. When I was, I'm sure this is the content all the people that listen to your pod were waiting for.
Mortal Kombat pod?
Fucking Liu Kang memories. But no, I had a older cousin in Worcester who every time we went, like he had Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and all that shit. So he was like older than me, so he'd always like whip my ass. But I thought those games were like super fun and fascinating. So I was like, I didn't care. Like I was just like, his dad's named Larry, and he was Larry Jr., but I would always call him Uncle Larry because he was older than me, and he's like, yo, we're cousins. I'm not your uncle. I'm like, whatever, Uncle Larry. And he always whip my ass, but but that's how you learn. So I just, from the time I was 3 to the time, what am I, 31? Yeah, I just been playing all nonstop. So when they got like, I mean, they were always big, but when they, how old was I? When I was in college, basically. A couple games came out, and I would see like I'd go on YouTube and see that like people were playing, all over the country, and like for money and stuff. Yeah, and I had always played, like I'd played tournaments when I was in like high school and stuff. So then when I got to college, me and my boy Sam, we were just like, oh, we're good. We should go do this. So we did, and then
Were you making money in those tournaments?
Mortal Kombat 10, I made a couple $1,000. Yeah,
couple thousand.
Yeah, but I got like a couple like
that's where you made the money for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, right. I won a couple PS4s and
shit,
a couple random stuff. That's definitely the most of all the games I played competitively. That was definitely the one I got the most like stuff out of. Yeah, for sure. But I played everything.
When you go to those tournaments, is it like jam packed? Is it like a WrestleMania type feel? Like it's mad.
I went to one in Las Vegas called Evo. That's the WrestleMania ish version, because it's when I went it was in like a grand ballroom. Now it's in the stadium. Now it's
that's crazy.
Mohegan, not stadium, the arena. Like the what is it? The fuck? One of them.
T-Mobile Arena.
No, not that one. It's in one of the.
Or the Luxor or something like that?
Yeah, one of the
casinos.
One of the casino arenas, yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm good at 2K. I was like ranked at NBA Live in like middle school. That's the most of my gaming that I ever got good at. I always sucked at Call of Duty. That shit's way too hard. To be like competitive for me, I sucked at sniping.
I'm not a first person. I like first person shooters, but I'm not a... That's not where my energy
awful at COD. Yeah, terrible. I used to think I was really good because I would take a couple people's money at URI in 2K.
Same.
So you're like, everybody would be mad competitive. It's like, oh, come through, I'm about to whoop that ass. And then you meet someone that's really good, like different level good, and you're like, and it humbles you real quick. You're like,
The men that get they're pressing the D-pad, they're doing all the like play calls and shit.
Defensive.
I was that guy.
That full court. Did you see that shit? You're like, oh, this nigga's legit.
Pawtucket, people from Pawtucket, if you're not playing for money, you're not really playing.
Yeah.
It's kind of sucks. Honestly.
It's like,
bro, I'm on drink 3, bro. I'm not trying to continue playing.
No,
taking advantage.
It happens. You win some, you lose some. I definitely had to pull up on some dudes. I got the Y, like, yo, come outside. I got your fucking money. It happens. I had a dude come to my crib. My mom opened the door. Oh, hi, Albert. Yeah, he's in his room. And then he left, and I owed him like $70. I was like, what the fuck? But it happens. You're not going to win them all. Whatever.
That's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Going back to the topic, did you ever spend money on something that you regretted? That was too much money on this shit.
Every day.
Yeah, it was probably a pair of sneakers in reality. Probably a pair of sneakers that like I probably shouldn't have bought at the time. I'm trying to think specifically if I have. It would either be Nah, the only thing I really spend my money on in life is like food and sneakers. Those like the two things like I consistently like spend money on, even when like sometimes I shouldn't. But then like if I flip something else, it makes me feel a little bit better. So I'm like, this kind of like put a dent into what I was what I purchased. But
you're trying to validate it in your mind.
Yeah, exactly. The self validation is a real ass thing because you'll spend it, but you're like that thought of oh yeah, I'm just gonna make it back. You know, it's like, and you like, you don't. I mean, you might make it back, but then real life shit comes up, and you're like, I didn't really make it back.
You just gotta tell yourself like, I needed this.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to make
Self-care.
sense, but I needed
Self-care. Hell yeah.
How do your relationship, right, Ben?
In a relationship, yeah.
How do you have to validate those purchases now? Like, yeah, I'm getting this right now. Oh, it's for me.
Not really, no.
You're just doing it anyway.
I mean, I'm a little smarter with how I spend my money now, but I make more. I'm not smart. I just I have more to blow. But my girl doesn't give a shit about stuff like that.
Do you think that would change if do you guys live together?
No, not yet.
All right, so if y'all live together, do you think it would change?
Yeah. Well, again,
you stop hiding the packages.
It's not gonna. It's not like I gotta choose between these shoes. So I don't think they really matter. Like obviously, like saving for the future and stuff. Yeah, I guess. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I think you could do both though. I think you could spend on the things you really want and like at the same time still like save, like put the money away. And
that's what normal people do.
Yeah,
100%.
They have a budget. Some discretionary stuff and mostly save the rest.
Like if you're not making a good amount of money. And then every single week you buy sneakers. Like, all right, dude, what are you doing?
It's not a good idea. It's fine in your 20s, but when you get older,
once you hit a certain point, it's like, yeah, you probably gotta like choose a little better as far as what you're doing.
I don't know. I think your 20s are just the time to do whatever you want. So, I mean, if you bought a house, so.
Hey, I'm trying to just continue moving forward and buying what I like. You guys said I think you can build to the future, present, and enjoy yourself. If not, you're gonna go crazy.
What do you do?
I own a business. We can talk about it off here.
No, I
just want to get into it.
That's why you change your number. I don't know what that means, but just try to signal to me.
I do that, and I do real estate too. The real estate, and I sell on Amazon.
Got you.
Yeah, so just trying to whatever makes money.
I hear you.
Yeah. I asked this question to Elle last podcast. I feel like we're labeling it fashionistas, not fashionistas on this podcast. Like you always went to fashion. Like what got you into fashion?
I don't know if I love the labels, but
fashionista. What else would you call it? It was fashionista. People say like if you're into fashion.
I just wear clothes. I gotta wear. I have to put stuff on my body. So I don't know. Some people take it a little more serious than others.
But I feel like I see you out there. Like you're looking good. You can tell you care about your appearance. Yeah. Some people don't care about their appearance. So like where that come from? Or like
I pick up what you're putting down. I definitely I keep my ear to the streets and I try to wear the brands that I'm into. But where did that come from? I don't know. Just I don't know. We grew up in you grow up in a certain place or a certain culture. Like I always like sneakers. I had a cousin, rest in peace, who had like 100 of Jordans when I was coming up. So of course, every time I go to his house, I just go in his closet and be like, wow.
Yeah.
Remember he had a closet. And he lived in like he lived in the basement part of his house. So I mean, like the whole basement. So I remember he had like a closet, and you'd open it up, and it would just be like Jordan posters and stuff. I remember he had like the bread 12s like hanging, and I was like by the laces. And I would just like take them and like touch them. I would like feel them. I'd like touch the leather and like see how like sturdy they were. And I was just like, damn, these are like fucking boots. Like, this is a high quality shoe. And like I don't know. I just like always like shoes, and then that that branches out into other stuff. So I like
I remember just being a kid. I'd go to like store, and my dad would buy me like. I remember he bought me the Altitude 13s when they first came out, like back in the 90s. Yeah. I vividly remember that. And then like just my dad was to buy sneakers, but he would like on the 8s he'd cut off like the like the straps. I don't know why he would do that for, but he did.
Your shoes or his shoes?
No, his shoes. I don't know why he would do that for,
weird.
but weird. Yeah, I don't get why he did that. But like he was always into Jordans though, like, dressing like nice, like wearing like Guess and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it definitely always got into my mind. Like, all right, like as soon as I remember my first purchase, I was like a kid, but I was like, my mom gave me the money or whatever. I got the Cherry 10s at Expressions in Pawtucket.
That was a monumental
That's a great
shoe.
shoe.
I remember half my high school had them.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't love them, but they're nice though.
Since then, just a snowball effect. Since like 7th grade forward, just collecting sneakers, collecting.
Yeah, I mean, we all grow up with it to a certain extent. So some of us just go a little deeper than others. So.
I think
Shout
all
out to
three
Cherry
of us-
10s though.
yeah.
I actually got my Cherry 10s from Brett. I remember we were in high school and he came in. Shout out to Brett Dewey, by the way. But he came in wearing a pair of Cherry 10 size 11. Mind you, Brett at the time was like a 10, like 9.5. Shit's like mad big. And I don't even remember what I said to him, but I remember looking, I was like, bro, those aren't your size. And I don't remember what I remember paying for them. I don't remember how much I paid for them, but that's how I got my Cherry 10s. And I think that year I actually had the all black 10s too, beat them to shit. I didn't get the steel 10s until like a little bit later in life, but the Cherry 10s were like one of the ones I remember. Those and Aqua 8s, because in high school, like I would get like I said this before, but I would get like one pair of sneakers for the year. Not one, but my parents would buy me sneakers at the beginning of the year, and then my birthday was in October, so like I would usually buy a pair of sneakers. And then one year was the Aqua 8s when they had dropped, and I remember vividly because at the time you could still walk into like Expressions and they were still there. So it was like a week later you'd walk in and they had a size 12 left, and I was like an 11, but I'm like, fuck it, I'm grabbing these. Grabbed them, and then I ended up trading them for like those the low 11s, but not with the patent leather, the other ones,
IE.
the IEs, yeah, the IEs with London. Shout out to London, my boy London. Yeah, so and those were 12 too, so they were still big, but I was just out here wheeling and dealing with sneakers that my mom had bought me for my birthday.
Bro, you're the Mr. Wheel and Deal still to this day.
Oh, yo, speaking of Altitude 13s, actually, remember when I bought Altitude 13s?
He didn't offer them to me, motherfucker.
And I traded them for when Griffies were like really in, for the all red Griffies. Bro, I put them on. I was like, bro, I hate these. I mean, I was sick that I had traded my Altitude 13s for Griffies. No, like I said, no knocking Griffies, because I seen when people were wearing them, they look dope, and I remember putting them on. I'm like, this isn't me.
They're not the most comfortable.
No, they're like a big, bulky, heavy shoe. That's a real heavy shoe.
That's a boot.
Bulky and narrow. As well.
Bro, and they
look,
chalk.
They look wonderful though.
Yeah, no,
they do.
People were wearing them, and it was like, bro, those shits are fire. I remember people playing ball, and I'm thinking that's sick. That's
break your ankle.
Yeah.
But is it just me, or am I the only ones that fucking chalked? Do you have the red Griffies? I can show you.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
I have the freshwater and
the OGs.
The blue, the Volt.
The Volt ones didn't chalk. It was just the red ones chalked. It was
I
mad
think that
weird.
was like a thing though with those. I think like I feel like I seen bad people wearing the red ones and they got kind of like
chalky.
ashy.
Yeah, I don't even know. It makes no
I
sense.
didn't wear mine enough to. I still have them. I didn't wear them enough to see what happened to them. They're still there, like chilling. So,
What would be your top like 5 sneakers you could get?
Ooh, that's tough.
If you had like a wish list, anything you can get. Money isn't a factor.
Not a factor. Okay.
You're Drake. You have the money in the world. Doesn't matter.
I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like I got a lot of the stuff I wanted already.
Hey. Okay, your top 5 things you have then. Since you're starting like that.
I'll probably just go from like. It's probably just like stuff I actually wear. Like I think like the Concord 11s are my favorite shoe of all time. Those are the ones that started the.
Fascination.
Yeah, those are the shoes. I was like, what? Those are really. What is that?
What is that? Yeah.
I was like, those are. When I think of sneaker, that's what I think of. So those, although I never even all the ones I've had in my life, I don't wear them that often. Infrared 6s would probably be my actual number one because
Those are super fire.
Those are like my default shoe.
I feel like I remember you wearing those
For like a year straight. Yeah, those aren't even the infrared. Those are the varsity 6s. Yeah, I was just in them things every day. I probably the Air More up tempos, the Air.
Yeah.
I got the Supreme one. So
which color?
gold and the black ones.
I wanted the gold ones so bad. I remember you sold those shits.
Yeah, the gold ones they're just kind of sitting there, but the black ones I wear like all the time, wearing to work, like whatever. Yeah, it's an all black shoe, but it's like functional. I couldn't even name the other two. I don't know, some random J, I guess, but
I feel like mine would have to be. I would want Air Mag so bad. I'm a big Back to the Future fan.
I think those shoes are ugly. I think they're
agree.
I think they're like the
concept.
The concept is fire, but when you look at it in actuality,
I'm a huge Back to the Future fan, so I'm like, I would love those. Every Yeezy 2. I was gonna pull the trigger on the Red Octobers last year, and they were at like 2,000 at that point. Yeah. And I'm just monitoring them. I'm telling Elray, I'm like, I want these. I'm gonna pull the trigger, and he's like, oh, if you want them that bad, just do it. Then, like a week later, the Watch the Throne anniversary happened, skyrocketed to like 10,000. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And then I was like, oh, so Watch the Throne anniversary. And like, oh shit. Since then, it's never dropped back.
Yeah, I don't do it. I had the solar and the
platinums.
Yeah,
you have both of them.
I did.
This guy's
got rid of both of them.
Oh, been that dude for a minute. No, I always say. I remember when you were
retail? You got them retail?
No, but not that much.
At that point, though, you probably got them for like 1,000.
Yeah, they probably were like something crazy.
Sold them for less than that, but they were to my boys. So, and I also needed the bread. That's an underrated part of all this. Sometimes you just gotta get rid of those to pay bills.
I was telling Effie the other day. I was like, I remember when Bill was my RA at URI. And the red carpet 7s had to come out. The LeBron 7s came out. I remember because Brett had them, and then I remember you was wearing. I was like, "Damn, bro, sick, sick." And then they came out again not that long ago, right?
Yeah,
I didn't even try for them.
Actually, those ones you're talking about, I sold to, Mosh that does the customs.
The custom at the sneaker event.
He came to Rhode Island for some sneaker exchange thing, and he was like, yeah, I need those. And I was like, all right. I remember he's like, yeah, but my girl can't know. I was like, why? He's like, because I'm telling her I'm not buying any more shoes. And I was like, all right, if we got to keep it a secret, that's fine. But yeah, I the ones that re-released, I bought them back again. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. I did get the Watch the Throne LeBron 9s. Obviously, the value is completely different. Like, they don't even glow in the dark like the original.
It came with the little gold thing on the tongue. Yeah, those are stupid.
So they really are pointless.
No, it was a fire shoe when it first came out, and then it re-released. Like, oh, all right. They're not even. There is no throne anymore. They're not even cool anymore. But
bro, it's like the re-release in the Aqua 8s when they had like the sparkles. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I forgot about
those new ones. The gray on those is so gray. Yeah. The older ones, it's gray, but they look.
It's like a shadow black, and then like the regular
these
black.
Ones, those new ones. Oh, are we just gonna talk about sneakers this whole time? Like, what else? We can do this. All right.
Hey, I'm trying to find the niche. I'm trying to find niche over here.
the niche.
I
don't know. I feel like I might bring a different audience to the pod. They're gonna be like, oh, is Ben just gonna talk about his closet this whole entire time?
Hey, people, maybe they may be interested. You never know. I listen to sneakers and shit like that podcast. Why not?
No, I could talk about them for hours on end, but it's a whole big wide world out there. So.
You're number one then. Close out this conversation.
My number one? I just get one. Damn, everybody
two, whatever.
I don't know if I have a number one. I think my one pair that if I had to choose a pair that I would really want that I don't have would be Solar Red Yeezy 2s. That's like the one that kind of always did it for me. Yeah. So it makes me feel like shit that he had them and then just got rid of them.
I don't know.
What size are you, like 12?
Me, I'm 13. Those were 13 and felt too big. I had the 12 and the black, the Solar, and those fit really good.
Yeah.
Were they comfortable at least?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah.
Damn, you are. I don't know you had Yeezys. You are the king of shoes.
No, I'm not the king of shoes.
No.
I'm not the king of shoes.
So you're saying like your boy said that he would get in trouble, keep it a secret. Would that be a deal breaker for you? The girl's like, you can never buy sneakers ever again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. That would be. That would probably be a deal breaker.
That's dumb though.
Yeah. Because you shouldn't even be in a situation where she's like, oh, you can't buy sneakers.
I mean, if I feel like if she's saying that, you have a problem. It's not. because she's like doesn't want you to have things. You probably just aren't like being responsible.
It's like these sneakers are the electric bill, and you're like,
easy to buy.
Plus, I don't know. The older you get, it's a lot easier to just I didn't get them, whatever, and move on.
Yeah, it's really
especially
crazy.
we've all have enough stuff.
Yeah, probably more than enough.
But we get like, I feel like when I was younger though, you would get like, I'm buying these Bread 11s. I'm getting them no matter what.
I'm still that way. It's just it's a lot.
Not with everything.
It's got to be like it's maybe like 1 or 2 or 3 shoes a year. It's not like
that's it.
No. He's saying for the ones that are you saying for like the ones you have
I'm
to
like
get?
No matter what.
No matter what. Yeah, I gotta pay X amount more for these than I want to. Yeah. I mean, now I miss something. All right, whatever.
Sometimes I forget this even coming out. Yeah. I got the zebras today. And I was like, I didn't even know this came out today.
Yeah,
but it's dropping so much at a rapid pace. It's insane to even keep up with.
Yeah.
I was actually saying this. I sold all my 350s. Like I don't wear 350s anymore. But when the Wave Runners were dropping, those were like ones that I had to get. Like those were, same. And luckily I didn't get them like on Adidas or anything, but they dropped on End Clothing. Like it wasn't even like raffle.
I can never.
It was like random. Site. It was and so they were like a 12 US, and so I ended up selling them and then like paying like for my size. So it ended up working out. So in my head, I got them for retail because I didn't pay anything extra technically.
Yeah.
But like these, I had to have because these were one of the shoes I've been chasing. I did have them one time before, and I had sold them to buy something else. And so, like, it kind of, like, escaped me for, like, the past, like, 3 years.
Haunting you.
Yeah, so it was like I kind of had to get back and get them.
Yeah, it's pretty much same. I too don't have any 350s anymore. Gave them to my little cousin. Oh, no, my little nephew.
I'm blessed.
Yeah, he came up from Atlanta. He's like, Uncle, can I? Yeah, just take them. I don't wear these anymore. Although the blue ones that came out, I kind of like.
Those
the black and blue ones?
Yeah, because blue is my favorite color. So I was like, I could, good airport shoe. But no, I don't wear those anymore.
Isn't that crazy for like.
They got hoard out.
People are like sneakers so much, like. You have to buy an airport shoe. Because I bought an airport shoe. It's like, I'm not going to just wear a generic shoe. I have to wear something comfortable, but look nice when I'm at the airport.
Yeah. No, but I too, Wave Runners 700, just the OG ones. I don't really care for all the other ones. I like the brown ones, but then.
Those are fire,
but then, like, they came out with too many. Yeah, no, I was waiting to get them for a price that I really wanted. Like, under retail, let's be honest. And it just never happened. So then when they re-released this time, I was like, all right, let me just buy them and get this over with. So yeah,
just pull the trigger.
Last thing I bought.
How do you feel about like people just getting into sneakers just to join the fad? And I feel like if you're into sneakers, you know the people who like it. Yeah, they're making it so difficult to get shit. And, like they don't even really care.
It's one of those things. Like, do I like not being able to get SBs anymore? No, it's very annoying.
That is crazy.
I used to when we were in college, I would like leave class and go to Civil and just get stuff. You know what I mean? Like I would just call him like, "Yo, did you get whatever today?" He's like, "Yeah, you come whenever," and I would go whenever, and I would just get it. And I was like, it was really only me and like Where's Nasty, the DJ, that like really wearing SBs like that. So it was pretty easy. And then I remember when Travis came out with his. We really are just gonna talk about sneakers all the time. When Travis came out with his SBs, I was like, "Ooh, these are nice! Can't wait to grab these." And then I was just like, "Oh, I can't get these. Like, this is crazy." I was just all right. This is all right, cool.
And they go for like 2 G's.
Yeah, and my boy got them, which was interesting. And I'm just like, "You don't wear SBs? Like, what the fuck?" But it is what. Long story short, everybody has an entry point.
You know what I mean? That's true.
I'm sure somebody was looking at me when I first started buying sneakers like, bro, don't you just wear LeBrons? Like, what's... Now you got a ton of J's? Like, what's going on? But, everybody has their entry point, so it is what it is.
Nah, I don't like them. Get out of here. Get out of here. You gave the political answer. Mine, get out.
It is. I mean, but like I'm like that with everything that I like, though. So it's one of those like, I remember I put up a birthday post one time, and then my boy, Hakeem, obviously, Primo Chemo, he had like a video series on the stoop or whatever, and in the caption he was like, "Oh, this is my friend Ben. He has a lot of shoes, and he can tell you who won the Royal Rumble in 1998? And then I was like, Stone Cold for the second time. But like, yeah, that's how I am with everything. Like, I like fighting games. Like some people, they like the fighting game that just came out last year. I like the one from 1993. It is what it is. I like wrestling since I was a kid. You just saw Logan Paul last week, and you're like, I'll give this a shot. It is what it is.
He did good though.
He did. He did
good.
Yeah. The celebrity's been knocking out the park. Really,
bro. Bad Bunny. He's a respect. I respect shit out of him.
I remember Ronda's first match. I was like, damn. She's really good at this. So, it is what it is. You got a hobby. You came in at some point. Someone else is going to come in at some point. Yeah. It is what it is.
That's true, too. So you're embracing it. You're the Iverson of the culture. Come in. I'm hating on you.
Yeah. Because, I don't want you to take my stuff personally. But it is what it is. I took someone else's. So it is what it is.
I like the idea of like, I don't care that people are joining it and they find something that they really fuck with, because that's like, for like you said, the up tempos are one of your favorite sneakers.
99% of the time, they're not going for the shoes I want anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. So like, even me buying LeBrons, like you can buy LeBrons literally for retail, but remember before it was like, I feel like you could get them, but it was still like kind of tough. If you didn't get them, then they were like tough to get.
Yeah, it is.
But my problem is like with resellers, like people that just you see people's posting on like Instagram and stuff, and they got like boxes. Yeah, and you're like, damn, like that kind of sucks, because that's literally taken away from people that like genuinely want it.
Right.
But like as far as like people like starting to wear sneakers at whatever your age is, I think that's just cool. If you find something you like, and there's like your sneaker that's new, and that's the one that gets you into liking sneakers, then fuck it, that's what it is.
Dude, like, is it like, was I taking them back at like when you couldn't buy like regular Dunks anymore? I was definitely like, what the hell is going on? But it is what it is. I don't want most of those regular Dunks anyway. So good luck to the people that do. It's just it is what it is.
Are you over like retail stuff, or are you trying to get like exclusive shit only now?
I just buy what I like.
I feel like the older you get, that's how it goes. Like that's like you just like, I just buy what I like.
Like we were saying off air, like I had a pair of like Rodmans in my eBay watch cart. And I'm not fighting with anybody for those. Yeah. Even though
he was genuinely upset. Like I will say this, he was genuinely upset that someone bought the pair he was watching.
Again, like I said, I was watching them for a month. So how badly did I really want them? Just wanted them for that's magic price. But it is what it is.
Like you said, you get like what you want. Like I got some flip threes for like $225.
So with the print all over.
Yeah. Like you don't see people wearing those shits all the time.
Nah.
I wanted them, so I got them for a good price.
Yeah.
Those are one of the ones I low blowed, and they accepted it.
He was on the street. He was like, I just keep low blowing on like StockX, and they just keep accepting.
I low blowed to somebody for the Blake Hypermaxes. I told them like, I have to get those shits.
Fuchsia. The ones people wore in the
All-Star game where you dunked over?
Yeah, I got those too.
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta get these shits. Yeah. Low blowed, except I'm like, I'm not even mad. I want these shits.
Got those a while.
Yeah. Ben, were you a big Blake Griffin fan?
Yes.
I feel like you were, right?
He's my second favorite player. Yeah.
Okay.
My guy.
Yeah. I feel like you.
We was Lob City for a while.
Yeah, I remember that for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm surprised like people don't call me out on it. Like obviously I'm a Laker guy now, but I was a huge Clipper. I was a huge, just like my favorite player played for them. So
yeah, same thing with me. I was a big Blake fan the minute.
Yeah.
I saw any of his highlights. I'm like, this is my guy.
Yeah, I'm predisposed to liking dudes of a certain body type. So I remember it was a big, when I was in college, it was a big, the argument was Steph or Blake. And obviously it's Steph now. But I remember people like,
because they were the same draft, weren't they?
Blake was first.
Yeah, and I was just, and like all my boys were like, no, Steph, and I'm like, bro, like I'm sure he'll be fine, but like this dude dunks over everybody.
Yeah,
like,
there's no debate.
I was gonna say this guy's can't miss. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
That's what people were debating. I was Monte Ellis and Steph Curry.
I remember the argument was always, he's not gonna do that when he comes to the NBA. I'm like, why not? Why is he not gonna dunk on people when he comes to the NBA?
And he was dunking on everybody.
Yeah, I was like, it's much more likely that he dunks on people than Steph, makes these shots from 50,000 feet, and then fast forward like 5 years, and then
Blake barely even plays now,
and he makes shots from 50,000 feet all the time.
Right.
But, I mean, it is what it is.
You've always been a big Bron fan. Has anybody even like come close to surpassing him for your favoritism?
I like there's a lot of guys. Like I really like Luka. I don't think there's someone like for a period when Paul George was like in Indiana. I really liked Paul George, and his first sneakers were pretty fire too. So I think that kind of played a part. But I think LeBron for me is my GOAT. There's no debate. Like we can talk stats, we can talk rings, we can talk losses. There's no convincing me that LeBron is not my GOAT. I will say though, this year, like I get he was like injured. And his ankle was messed up. But him not playing the last 2 games, like that's like the difference between them making the playoffs and not making the playoffs. So like the play in, that doesn't sit right with me.
That was a badass ankle roll, though.
No, it was. And a normal human would have been out right away. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't have played. But like, I don't know. It's tough. But the whole year was like kind of trash. So like, I see it like, I'm cool with like being like, me being a LeBron guy, I'm cool with him being like, yeah, I don't want to say throwing in the towel, but kind of throwing in the towel on you because it was all bad. AD was like...
Even if they made the playoffs, there was no way.
They wouldn't have done anything, and that's why I'm like kind of okay with it. And there's no way they was getting that hot to catch a run and go.
Fuck no.
Yeah, I know.
But I will say, the beginning of the year, they put that team together, and everyone's like, they're old. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. That team is stacked. They doing this, they doing that, and that didn't really pan out.
Wait, you said you're a Laker guy now. How'd that happen? Because of LeBron?
Yeah, LeBron's my favorite player too. I don't live or die by any of his individual decisions. It's like year 19. I don't.
They're playing at a high level. They're averaging 30. That's crazy.
I'm not a I'm a real big fan, but I'm everything in perspective. I don't care. Like if he plays the last 2 games, they say he's chasing stats, and then if he doesn't if he doesn't play, Kobe would have played. Like all right, now I gotta fight with you against this angel in the sky. Like I'm not engaging any of those comments. I just like. And the GOAT debate, like I think LeBron has a super strong case if you objectively
look at everything.
Stand back and like, yeah, this guy that is gonna be the highest scorer and never missed a season and assists and rebounds and and 10 finals and all this, but like you can't. Basketball, like
I feel like you can never change no one's mind though. If someone doesn't like LeBron, you're not going to convince them.
I mean, basketball's basketball's a game where the aesthetics like do matter, and nobody ever played basketball and made it like look better than Michael Jordan. And there's no like, you can't like the story of Michael. You can't. You're never gonna. You can't compete like with that. And I don't know. So like I don't know. It doesn't like. Michael Jordan is my actual favorite player of all time, so it doesn't like it's no sweat off my back for someone to be like Mike's better. I'm just like, well, yeah, that's who got me into basketball. You know what I mean? I just think it's weird that like people would spend like the better part of 2 decades like ridiculing the second best player of all time. Like you spend all this time not enjoying LeBron James. That's weird.
Terrible.
Like, that's mad
because at the end of the day, regardless of who you think is the GOAT, LeBron is like a great player.
Yeah,
great guy.
Like Kobe. Yeah, God rest his soul. He was like never gonna be better than Mike. Did you spend all your time being like, well, look at he doesn't do X, Y, and Z. Like he'll never be. No, you just enjoyed watching him play. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't imagine spending all my time saying. Like this clearly amazing player is not that good. Like that's weird, you know what I mean? But to each his own. Everybody,
Some people even say like he's not even better than Kobe, and it's like,
and like that's one of those like again, like you're wrong, but like I'm not. But like I'm not. What am I gonna sit there and argue? With like.
Did you used to fall in those traps before though, and you like just matured and you're like, you know what, this is stupid?
No, I always was pretty objective. I've never been a weirdo like that about stuff I like. Like I was just
getting into those like lunchroom arguments where you're just arguing with people.
No one's ever brought no LeBron James argument to me, like to my face before. Like I've like argued with Skip in my bedroom. But even him,
I had to follow Skip. I can't.
Even him, I just kind of listen and just like, yeah, this is he's got a job to do. So it's entertaining. Like sometimes he'll say stuff. I'm like, all right, but it is what it is. I don't know. I know how I feel, and I don't really give a fuck how everybody else feels. So
do you ever want are you like conscious of being like that? Like that old head? I feel like people who say Jordan's better are people from like the '90s where they're not even watching basketball now. They're just like. Jordan's better no matter what. Like, do you like? Are you still listening to like new music? Are you listening to like? You still watching college? Right. Getting those new people like chance, like the new rappers? Are you still like? Yeah.
Me personally? Oh, I don't know. I don't think anything's set in stone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anyone's I mean, Giannis maybe, but I don't think anyone's gonna touch Mike or LeBron. Like, so it is what it is. In terms of like music, I feel like music's changed to the point there's no point in like trying to compare like old eras and stuff. Like, I think Drake's like got the closest like GOAT case of anyone like modern, and after that we shouldn't even try to do it anymore. Like, I don't know what new person could like how are you gonna compare resumes with like Jay-Z? Like,
that's tough. Yeah,
I mean, Jay-Z fucking got all the street cred, like made actual songs with Big, like
that's
been, you know, rap for like 4 decades or whatever. Like, just let's, you know, just make your auto-tune fucking pill raps and let's just all enjoy. Like,
but are you still listening to like new rappers though? Are you giving them like a chance? Like anybody coming up? Are you seeking out new artists?
I listen to a lot of podcasts now, so honestly, music for me is just, I'm just listening to stuff to be able to talk about it with people and like know what's happening. But I don't care. Like, I listen to Griselda and I don't know, like, it's fucking whatever. If something's popping, I'm obviously gonna take heed and see what's going on. But I don't know. I feel like it's like, I don't know. I feel like even that's kind of music, and the way we consume it and the way we talk about it is kind of shifted in a way. I don't feel like I feel like music with the way we share information and stuff like that has gotten like way more niche now.
100%.
You know what I mean? It's not like when we were kids, like you would just put on MTV for an hour and then whatever they showed you is like, all right, this is what's going on right now. You know what I mean? Now, if you want, I remember maybe like 2017, right? And you had like, this was the last time I was like, where music and where it was going and like what it looked like fascinated me. So you had like Lil Peep, you had like Pump, Tekashi, Lil Xan, like all those like like face tat, Florida Xan pill popping rappers. I was just like, what is going on? I was like, I ain't never seen stuff like this before.
I ain't never seen none of this.
But I was like, I'm listening to the music. I'm like, this ain't bad though. I get, I hear you. You know what I mean?
I like Pump shit when he first came out.
Yeah,
Now.
None of those people aged well. Some of them didn't make it. Period. But yeah, that was the last time. Music, like when we were kids, like it's like the stuff we liked was like edgy. You know what I mean? Like I like Mortal Kombat. They're like ripping people's spines out and stuff. I like wrestling because they like swearing and showing like boobs and like drinking and stuff. Music, Eminem, he's like killing people in the songs. Like, you just like stuff that's like a little like the stuff you're not really supposed to, but back in our day they didn't. It was they had like parental advisory and stuff. None of us cared. Our parents was letting us consume all that stuff.
Fucking sucking everybody at the
I remember when kids would get in trouble for that. I'm like, what are we doing? I was like, come on, man. Like let it rock. Like, we all know what it means, but it's all right.
He was watching it last night too. So.
Yeah, I remember like kids would like tell the teacher, that means something. I'm like, yo, shut up. Come on. It's just fun to do. But so yeah, no, I feel like, I don't know. I'm engaged. I'm like, if stuff is going on, I'll listen, but I'm not like, I don't know. I'm 30, 31. Like, it gotta come to me now. I'm not like going out of my way to like search stuff like I used to.
No, definitely. There's definitely like there's not like an artist like when Kanye's popping, everyone's listening to Kanye. There's so much shit.
That's not even true anymore.
I know, right?
Like, I'm just saying, like, there's not one other than Drake. I feel like
other than Drake, yeah.
There's so much shit to consume. Like, you're going anywhere. SoundCloud's a million artists still. YouTube, million artists.
It's not a bad thing though, because like if you like, because I think there's just
something for everyone. Yeah,
and if you're into it, there's like it's there. Like if you like Afro beats, if you like Afro beats, there's a whole thing you can explore. If you like, if you like grime, there's a whole lane you can explore. If you like drill, I've been listening to like drill rappers from like Boston. And I was like, I didn't even know this existed. And they're good. Like, there's some dude I started listening to. His name's Trotty White Jizzle. He's from like Jamaica Plains in Boston. I was like, this shit is good. Like,
how did you find you're just like deep in the internet, just like next? I think
it was like some random Instagram post or something, and like Instagram suggests stuff to you. And I was just like, oh, good job. So I like searched on YouTube and I was like, yeah, this is good. I like it. So yeah, it's one of those like I listened to a couple different podcasts with it, and one of them they talk about how like there isn't really monoculture anymore outside of like the Will Smith slap. Like you don't really experience stuff at the same time anymore. Like Game of Thrones is probably the last show we all watched together as a thing. So everything is like segmented now. You know what I mean? But everything is easy to get to too. So if you're into stuff or something's popular enough, it's gonna get to you. So that's kind of how I am. Yeah. I try to like keep my ear to the pulse of like everything, and
I feel like you and Flanny's Twitter. I feel like for a while you were everything on Twitter. It was you and Flanny. I was like, damn, if I don't know anything in pop culture, I'm going on Ben and Flanny's Twitter.
Yeah, I don't.
Not the pop culture.
I don't tweet anything. I only like randomly tweet like at random wrestling shows now. Other than that, I don't really. I just consume.
Yeah.
I've always been like a who cares what I think kind of guy. But yeah, nah. But I lurk and stuff and read all the time. Yeah. But like actual tweets, you're not gonna get anything good out of me anymore.
I feel like that's how it goes when you get older. You go from tweeting
to retweeting
to retweeting and then you're just lurking
to nothing. Yeah, to just watching it.
Like I'm here occasionally
to just sharing the post with your friends and stuff. Yeah,
I'm still here. Like
it is that type of
thing. Like he's an OG Twitter dude because that was like before like remember when Twitter was like crazy fire, like being at your I feel like Twitter was like wild. They used to have like
that's why I got it. Yeah.
Like what was it? Not late night Twitter, but it was like
Twitter after dark.
Bro, Twitter used to be like super crazy.
I mean, yeah, the world was different back then. God, we used to tweet stuff. Like you wouldn't even dare. You know what I mean? Like wild stuff, like the F word. Not the 4-letter one. We just say wild stuff. But we all, as the world changes, we got older. And, whatever. Nah, it was definitely the glory days. If you had Twitter like before like 2014 or so,
like 09, 10.
Shit was crazy.
That shit was.
Yeah, it's fun.
It was definitely a good time.
Yeah, it's different now though.
Are you listening to new music? I feel like there was a point where you weren't. I wasn't too. I feel like 2017-ish, that kind of year. I wasn't feeling those, except for Pump. I don't like any of the other artists you named. So there was a point where I kind of fell off, and now I've kind of picked it back up, where I'm like seeking new music and like giving people a try.
Who do you like now?
Like new artists?
Yeah.
Like Dirk's cool.
He's not new.
He's not. He's just more mainstream.
I was listening to Dirk in like 2013.
No, you know what Big Grime Reaper is, or Big Scar, I think his name is.
Big
Scar. Scar. He's cool.
But I'm sure if I heard him, I'm sure.
Yeah, fine. I mean like new underground artists, or like this new like who's playing. I mean, like Gunna's cool. I like this Gunna's album was cool. Yeah. Roddy Ricch is cool, but his new album kind of sucked.
The new one's kind of trash.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I have like, he's not new obviously at all, but I have like Dolph's new Dolph shit, Don Toliver, D Smoke.
Word.
Obviously like Drake, Kanye, but they're not new. Babyface Ray. And I like Push's new shit he just dropped. I was listening to Skip the Flipper's new album today. I mean, this is random ass shit like that.
Sure. Yeah, I feel like that's what music is now. Yeah. It's just that random stuff
shit
you like.
Yeah.
Dropping,
I'm a big reggaeton art like supporting now too. So Bad Bunny and all the typical reggaeton artists. But how about you? Like, are you still you giving new music a try now?
Kind of what Ben said. I'm like open to it. Like before, I feel like I was a little more closed minded because like the Little Pumps and the Lil Xans
weren't for you.
Yeah, that was just like I will say like 6ix9ine had like catchy shit, and his features were fire on his album. Yeah. Like he had Nicki, he had Tory Lanez, so he had like fire people on it, so it made you want to listen. But like when you listen to, because he wasn't saying anything, he was just yelling. So
in my defense, I knew kids that like I played video game. I played like Injustice or whatever, some like superhero fighting game.
The DC game.
Yeah. I used to play I used to play those games like with kids that had like face tats and stuff.
Shit,
So like,
real ones or like
yeah.
Oh my
I could pull up their Instagram. I used to play games with the, they had like blue hair and whatever. So I'm like, I like went over their crib one day to play, and then they're like, "Oh, Ben, you ever heard of such and such?" I'm like, "No, why would I know who that is?" And then like I look at the computer, and this is like the summer of 2017, so I see 6ix9ine for the first time. I'm just like, what the hell is that? Yes. And I was like, does he just have 6ix9ine tattooed everywhere? He's like, yeah. And I was just like, I'm kind of into that. Then like I heard the music, and I'm just like, he's screaming, but I'm like, I don't hate this though. And and then so like it's like Trippie Redd stuff like that. I was just like, oh, it's kind of. And then fast forward, and then like Gummo came out, and I was just like, that guy, I like this, and then so on and so forth. But continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's literally 6ix9ine had catchy ass shit that made you like really want to listen. But like I'm open to like stuff, and there's a lot of songs that I hear like, and it may be a person that may be big, and I couldn't even tell you the name, but I like hear the song. I'm like, oh, I fuck with this song. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's I mean, we're old.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I have like my younger brother. He's like 22 now, so he's not like super younger than me because I'm 30. But like when he was like in high school, like he was like kind of like what kept me like in the loop of stuff.
Sure, yeah.
But at the same time, his favorite rapper is J. Cole, so he's not like
gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
That explains.
So gotcha.
Yeah.
And he hates Travis Scott.
And he hates Travis. I mean, all right.
So it's like it's a weird thing because like he would have like the random stuff like.
So he's like one of those substance kids.
Yeah, So like you'd hear a song from like Famous Dex, and then like you'd hear like
he fell hard.
He fell on rough time.
You know what I'm saying?
So another one of the face tat guys that didn't make it.
Exactly, yeah. So that type of thing.
Who knew a tattoo on your face not great for your long-term propositions?
You know what I actually really liked? He had that one song, Ski Master Slump God. Is that what?
I hated Ski Master.
He had that song that was on like that old school beat. I can't think of the song right now, but it was like I can't think of it, but that shit was mad catchy.
Yeah. Who's the other? Smoke Perp. That's on the.
Oh yeah. I don't even know who that is. You know what I'm saying?
Some guy. Yeah.
Like there's mad stuff.
Famous Dex he had a song called Japan that I really liked.
Yeah, Japan. It's funny because I had my shit on shuffle today and it came on.
That song's good.
I fuck with Japan.
And then
that was kind of it.
Dex was on he was on that label with who's that guy that nobody likes? Oh man, this is bad.
Lil Pump?
No, because they were on a label with some younger cat, like a light skin. He's really tall. He's super good. I remember it was like one of the first episodes of Atlanta played they played his song. And I was like, that's when I was like, oh, Atlanta's a good show because they're playing such and such. Yeah. Oh my God.
Have you seen the new Atlanta?
I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
I'm on episode 1 right now.
All right, so
that's a great episode.
That is a great episode.
That was the little kid was like, use the top of your butt too.
That was great.
I think that was
that song was good.
Sorry. The face glove.
Lil Tecca?
No. Jay Critch.
Jay Critch. I fuck with Lil Tecca though. Actually, he has the same melody every song, but it's catchy.
I like Tecca. That's like you said, it's catchy.
How do you feel about Playboy
Cardi?
Yeah.
And where
now?
Yeah, people say he has the biggest cult following. It's absurd.
I mean, it's like one of those. I don't know. It's one of those. Like I liked him.
I like Playboy Cardi.
Rich the Kid was the guy I was thinking of that had the label. Rich Forever.
Yeah, Rich the Kid.
Yeah, because
the self-titled Playboy Cardi album was
forgettable.
Good.
Playboy's like anything else. I liked him when he came out, and then like he went into a different direction. I was like, I don't have to follow him there. So I don't mind. Like I like the music. Like you know what it is. Like with this entire conversation, when you're like 15, 16, 17, the music you listen to like defines you.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? And then when you get older, you're like, well, I have bills, so. Like, I don't care about any of that stuff. So that's basically what it is. Like before, when you're a kid, it's like, it's like your personality. I remember like when people would ask me like what kind of music you listen to. Obviously I listen to rap, but I would be like, oh, I also listen to, I also listen to punk rock. Like I also, I like AFI and like Green Day and fucking like
Paramore?
Fugazi. And I like Paramore the way.
I fuck with Paramore.
I like Paramore the way like every black person likes Paramore. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just sound music. So like, it's good. Like
you get people looking at you.
I had misery. I had misery business. You know what I mean? Like,
Hell yeah.
Everybody. Yeah, I was one of those kids who was like, you couldn't
staring at you like, yo, what, you like that shit?
Nah, but I feel like, I definitely wasn't in a box. Obviously, I had like a ton of interest, but I don't feel like that makes you particularly unique. I don't like people like to make people into these like rigid like avatars of whatever like in their head. Like everybody likes everything. That's what the older you get, and like when you're on the internet or you're just meeting people and talking to people, like you're not unique because you like because you watch Jersey Shore and like blah blah blah. Like everybody likes everything. It doesn't the older you get, the more you realize that like we're a lot more in common than we are like separate. So
very true. Yeah. Very true.
Yeah, I feel like you're like, let's take us three. We all have a lot of different interests. Like I feel like you have to have a lot of interests. If not, you're gonna like play yourself out.
Right.
You live with yourself. I have to have a million different things I want to do.
Keep you busy. Yeah. Or you're bored all the time. And like, of course. There's a lot of good stuff out there. So I'm just going to try and enjoy it all.
So much content out there that how can you be bored? But like if you watch the same shit over and over again, you will. I don't get the people who
listen to the same thing.
Listen to the same thing. Or like they watch the same show. You watch. I know I've done a couple of times where I'm like, all right, I'm bored. I'm gonna put on Curb again.
Right.
But like,
watch The Office for the 10th time.
Yeah, like, that's the comfort show right there.
Yeah, that's like the bad. But like, all right, there's a million different shows you can always watch. Yeah. Are you into Power still? Like the Power universe?
I haven't. I'm a couple episodes behind on Tommy. But yeah,
that was such a letdown for me.
I mean, you knew it wasn't gonna be good.
I thought it was gonna be really good.
Nah, Tommy's a caricature.
Oh, man.
Whoever he is, that white person does not exist in real life. Like, but no, yeah. I mean, we've got like Stockholm syndrome with Power. Like it's we've been watching that, some derivative of that show for like 7 years now.
Yeah, just to watch it now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's my guilty pleasure because like the side actors are so bad.
I haven't like my like immediate friend group. We haven't. The last thing we like talked about week to week was Tariq's season. Yeah. Like, we're not talking about Tommy.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not.
I couldn't even. I was done with Power by the end of the last season. That I didn't even watch Tariq's one. Like,
yeah, it's pretty ridiculous now. But I'll watch it just because it's there. I'll binge Tommy one day.
Yeah. Did you like the Kanan one?
Yeah, no, that was
the Kanan one.
That was
good.
quality.
That was good.
Yeah,
for sure.
It was good.
Are you a Snowfall fan?
It's not, this last season not good.
A lot of people are hating on it.
Do you think
hardcore?
All right, so do you genuinely think it's not good, or you just think it's different from like the previous season, like before John Singleton? Is it John Singleton?
Yeah.
Before he passed away. Like
I thought 4 was the weakest season
until this one.
Until this one, yeah. Like 4 wasn't like
I agree.
bad.
I think it was the weakest one.
It was of lower quality, and it was just like like they revealed like the CIA was like flooding. I guess it's really what happened in real life because like Iran Contra did come out, but I feel like it was more of a controversy in real life. I feel like in the show, they like Franklin's name gets published in the newspaper, and then like, all right,
yeah,
like shouldn't that be like the like crescendo of the show? Like shouldn't it all be like chaos and fallout after that? And then it was just like business as usual. So then this season is like,
are we all caught up? I'm caught up.
I'm caught up. Yeah.
Right, so
I will say this: the Tiger episode pissed me off.
Yo, that shit was absurd.
Pissed me off.
It was absurd.
Pissed me off.
I didn't mind it as much as other people, but in a vacuum, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't say that's not
so
nuts.
Random. You're so random.
I mean, random stuff happens sometimes. So I wasn't like super mad at it, but I do get that it's you're just in a tiger cage. If someone walked up to you and was like, "You won't believe what happened to me yesterday," you'd be like, "What?"
and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take you somewhere. I'll show you where the money is." And then the tiger just conveniently just
it doesn't kill him.
Yeah, it doesn't kill him. Like,
can't say it wasn't wild. It was definitely. It's not. Yeah, it's not good. Not a good like.
That's one.
That was the episode for me.
Yeah.
That one I was like,
But that was that was actually one of the better episodes.
It was entertaining,
so I wasn't
for sure.
that's why I'm not mad at it.
It was entertaining, but it was like in the grand scheme of the storyline, it was like this is kind of random.
This has been but this whole season has just been like set up, and like there's been like no pay. Like it started like on some because they had that other Reed, that first dude, who was like had thrown the coke parties and stuff, and I was like, oh, this could be interesting, and they got him out of there like quick, and then and now it's just been like. Yeah, they're not really. Nothing's happening. You know what I mean? The season's about to end. Yeah, there's like 2 more episodes left.
That's it.
And then next year is.
I don't see how it ends though. Wait. I thought this was the final season. There's one more. The next one. Okay.
Imagine this was the final season.
And that's why I was like, wait, I don't see how there's enough episodes for this to end and
They got a whole nother year. But this season, this whatever. The first 3 seasons and most of the 4th season, like that was good. That's good enough. So if it ends on a whimper, that's fine. Whatever. Yeah. I enjoyed it.
I feel like what. Like people feared happening is kind of happening. Like when John Singleton died,
and they lost their way. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, and I don't know. I didn't really have like super high expectations after, but like it's like I said, it's not the worst. Yeah. It's not the best.
Top Boy wasn't that good either.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I haven't watched Top Boy. Not even the first season.
You should get it.
I've heard nothing but good things.
It's good. This season I just passed was okay.
Yeah.
It's a good show though.
So you replace music with TV shows. You got that age where
I don't know if I say replace, but I'm definitely more
TV show guy.
I'm more. I mean, TV. The scope of TV is a lot smaller than music. That's for sure. So it's a little easier to keep up with and watch everything. So.
Have you guys watched that? I don't know what it's called. The Lakers show on HBO.
I've started
Winning Time. Yeah,
I'm like 3 episodes in. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it.
Winning Time's really good.
It's like a comedic twist on it. Like
it's funny, but it's be like it's funny. They be showing some stuff like Magic Johnson in there like.
I feel like
doing stuff.
I feel like the reason he does not want to talk about the show is because
they got like everybody in there is not like they aren't the most flattering portrayals of any of them. They're very human. Stories, so like
what happened?
Jerry West is like battling depression, and Magic's like in like whorehouses and stuff.
Yeah, like
Kareem's a dick, but that's
I feel like that's how he was.
New.
Yeah,
no.
I loved him on Dave, and he was playing like he was being himself. He was being like a dick.
Yeah. Oh, like the therapist.
Yeah. The same way he'd be coming at LeBron now. Like he'd be like, LeBron, you shouldn't be celebrating. You shouldn't be doing this. And you're like,
I don't know. I don't know. People be real sensitive about the whole my nut celebration. I don't know why.
Kobe did it. He didn't say nothing about Kobe doing it, but as soon as LeBron do it, it's like,
I don't know.
You're one of the greats. You shouldn't be doing that. It's like
I think I don't know. I don't know why people are trying to get rid of the big balls celebration.
It's a great celebration. It's worth the fine. Whatever the fine is, I don't care the money. It's worth it.
Yeah, facts. That's the best celebration.
Look at this picture. Sam Cassell doing it. That's just the biggest image in my head.
It's the best. It's the best. So
if you're winning a championship, what do you think your first celebration would be? The big balls?
I feel like you gotta hit the big balls on a game winner. Yeah, like you hit a big shot.
Big shot, big balls.
Yeah,
a championship, I'd probably just cry.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm a crier.
I wanted to cry when we won at Teamworks in Warwick. You know what I'm saying?
I cry about a lot of stuff, like to myself.
Yeah, he's like, I never told anybody.
Did you cry when the Rams won?
No.
So you ain't a crier then?
Like a little, like
happy
I had
tear?
a little something coming, but the dudes in front of me, they looked back at me and gave me this look, like the game's not over. I was like, nah, you right, and then it never came back. But I had like a little something, but nah. But I cried like random shit. Like I cried like women's wrestling. Like I cried like
when Charlotte's boob popped out, you're like tear.
Nah. Like Sasha Bailey.
Oh, you mean like classic matches?
Yeah, the NXT in Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah, she was fire.
I bawled my eyes out at the end. I was like, this is mad beautiful.
Fire. But I was there for.
I support crying.
I was there for Sammy Shinsuke, WrestleMania in Dallas.
Good match.
Fire. Yeah. In person, that shit was so fire.
Good match.
Yeah.
I think I shed a little tear. I can't remember. Probably Bianca Becky at the end because I don't know.
This year?
Yeah, I don't know. I just like because they like the women are naturally more emotional about stuff, so they'll like take themselves out of the
world,
the story for a second and like actually be like you know, for a second they'll do the, oh my God, I can't believe I'm here and look out into the crowd shit. And like, that's exactly what I would do if I was in that situation. I feel like, yeah, to have 70,000 people like chanting your
that's
whatever.
That's kind of crazy.
That's a thing you gotta like take a step back at some point and be like, yo, is this type of shit happening?
You didn't shed a tear with Triple H hugged Ciampa from behind?
No.
That shit was touching though. They're really good friends.
It's nice, but no, I didn't.
That Cody promo was fire on Raw. That was a little touchy.
It could have been a little shorter.
It was long, yeah. It was definitely long.
A little long and ham-fisted, but I liked it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It was one of those, like, I liked where, I don't know. It was good.
We have two wrestling fans here. What never like grasped your attention about wrestling? I know you don't mind it, but you're not going out of your way to watch.
Well, when I was a kid, I loved wrestling. Like Razor Ramon was my favorite wrestler of all time. I loved Triple H growing up and like the whole DX. Like I couldn't even tell you when I stopped watching wrestling. I know there was a period in time when I was like, this shit is stupid because it's like fake and it's not like there's like, you know, I know this is acting.
It's when everybody falls off.
Yeah. And so, like, I feel like all of us, because we're in that same age range, we kind of like fell out of it for a little bit, and then like you come back to it. Yeah. I haven't like come back to it, and it doesn't like if it's on, I'll watch it. It doesn't bother me, and I understand what it is. I think it's like when I see Bad Bunny and like people like because I understand like that's just difficult.
You were a fan at one point, so you always get it. Yeah.
So like I get like that shit is like talent because to be able to do that shit is that take like I couldn't do that. So I respect that. It's just I don't know something about it just never has really like brought me back into it.
I mean, like, it's for kids. Like, what are we kidding? This is for children. It's just you know adults also watching. But, you know, this is child entertainment.
Bro, how about when Biggie broke his neck, bro?
That's not for children. That sucks.
Not that part.
Yeah, that sucks. No, I mean
that I did see. That I seen on the damn.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, yeah, I feel like everybody loves wrestling, and then they fall out of love with it, and then they, you know, and they sometimes they come back. They don't. I never. I never thought it was real to begin with. Yeah. So then I never had that like, you know, it didn't betray me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I was like, I'm in Catholic school when I'm, like 7 years old, and they're like, oh, in the Bible it says such and such, and I'm just like, I don't think this checks out. Like this doesn't exactly sound. Yeah. So I'm already, if I'm questioning God at like 6 and 7, then when I'm 8, I don't actually think the Undertaker like has powers. You know what I mean? Like I know this is fake, it's spectacle. So when for me, it was always like. I took it the opposite way. Instead of like, oh, this is fake, I don't like it. I was one of those kids. I was determined. I want to know how this is fake. Yeah. I want to know like, okay, so why did the lights come off?
Yeah.
Like, does that hurt or that doesn't hurt? Like, and then like, so I was like any of my hobbies. Yeah. Like when I like something, I just dive in super deep. I get into the weeds. So I was like one of those like kids on like message boards and stuff, like in middle school and high school. Like, well, I don't think I like that booking decision and such and such and such. And like, I read like tons of books and like
you're the original
Smart Mark.
Yeah, Smart Mark. Yeah.
I was definitely one of those ones that was in denial and used to argue with people. That's not fake. That's not fake.
It's pointless. No, it's not fake. If I wasn't a nurse, I think that's what I would have did. I would have been a pro wrestler. Yeah.
That's just epic.
Yeah, the personality for it.
My dad was always like, you can do it. Just like also go to school, please. And I was like, all right, yeah, that makes sense. And then I went to school and I never which like, kind of sucks because like, it doesn't suck. I feel like I made the right decision. I'm not addicted to any like painkillers and it doesn't hurt to get out of bed and stuff. But New England's like a hotbed for like there's a lot of like schools here and
but even beyond wrestling's like
a lot of the biggest spots. A lot of independent promotions around here. So it's one of those like I couldn't when I was like 18 I couldn't like quite see the path. If I was like 18 now, oh god.
You be doing it?
Yeah. I mean, I'm 6'3", 250. Yeah. You know what I mean? I can do a backflip. Like,
you can do a backflip.
I can't do a backflip.
Fucking, I can talk.
I feel like 250. I feel like you by 20.
I feel like
you're doing the Pat McAfee?
Yeah, I could do all that shit. Like, I feel like all the prerequisits are to be signed off.
Even Pat McAfee balled out.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
I'd seen him wrestle before. I saw him wrestle Cole, so I knew he could do that stuff.
Yeah, it was good. But, I can picture you being a wrestler. What would be your name?
That's the thing.
Ooh, that's a tough thing.
There's one name that I think would have been good, but some guy took it. There's some wrestler on the independent scene. His name was ACH, And my last name is the first 3 letters are ACH, so that would have been good. But other than that, I have no clue.
Nothing.
I definitely would have to take one of those like random generic Dusty
Yeah.
Rhodes names. I think. Fucking, I don't know.
I liked the Velveteen Dream. I think that was a good name.
Bro, I was thinking the other day. I meant to send a tweet and I never sent it out because like when I knew Cody was gonna wrestle Seth, and I was just like, I was gonna write some tweet like this is dope, but I can't believe this isn't the Velveteen Dream in this spot. 'Cause I thought he was next.
You think he was coming up? Yeah,
I thought he was that guy.
No, he wasn't.
He was my favorite. He was my favorite.
I think he was that guy.
He was
Triple H loved him.
I loved him.
Then
I
got caught
thought
up in that-
it was excellent.
Yeah.
Just like
caught up in that shit.
That shit. That
That shit.
that shit.
I don't think Al knows what that shit is.
That messaging minors.
You know what that is? You know what that shit is? He was messaging minors apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit.
Yeah. That shit that you won't come back from.
Yeah,
that.
one of the parts of that shit.
He got fired immediately.
He actually never proved like
Yeah.
whatever. Like, but once there's a
That's it.
question,
Yeah, as soon as there's a question about
once
that,
there's
that's
a
it.
question, yeah,
No matter what line of work
yeah,
you're in,
you can't be out here playing
It was
with
a-
pedophilia.
yeah.
Like,
It was a black wrestler. He was nice. Like he had the personality and everything. He had the personality, the body, legit perfect.
he was awesome.
Yeah, the perfect.
He was like, like I don't know what his sexuality was, but like that was like
He was
the
like
gimmick though.
Yeah,
It's
kind of like Black Gold Dust kind of.
yeah, but it was
Yeah.
like it was cooler though. It was
Yeah,
like
definitely way cooler.
It's like super androgynous and
Yeah.
just like I don't know. It was like I don't know. Yeah, he was cool. I liked the Velveteen Dream a lot. And it wasn't meant to be, I guess, but he was awesome. I thought he was gonna be a mega star.
Cena put him over. Cena was like, he's the next world champion.
Yeah, he was. I mean, it was obvious if
Yeah.
you watched him. Yeah, he was big. He could talk. He was goofy as hell, but he was really solid. You could sold his ass off. He was good.
You think you could ever be a wrestler?
Nah, I don't have the build for a wrestler. Like, I feel like I'm big.
certain kind.
Yeah, no. Like, I'm a big dude, and I feel like if I consistently put the work in, I feel like if I had a personal trainer that really was like I was like strict with, I would have like the body that I really want.
Yeah.
But like I said, as growing up, I love wrestling. So like as a kid, you're like, yo, I want to do that shit. Like,
Of course.
hell yeah, like I would love to do that shit. But like doing flips and shit, I don't know if I could ever do that.
You wouldn't. I mean, that's not. You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
At least one in my life, I got to be able to do at least one time.
You gotta be fearless. But you don't have to do that.
Yeah, I'd be the one to do a flip and like injure himself, and then you just got to play it off the whole match.
I mean,
you like,
you would have found your niche. I'm sure.
You'd be the black Shane O'Mac.
Everybody just jump
jumping
off the
off
high
shit.
stuff. Yeah. It's all right.
If I was a wrestler, I had to be like a luchador.
Yeah,
I'm too short.
100%,
Yeah, to be a fucking Rey Mysterio.
A lot of head scissors.
don't be not typical Hispanic.
A lot of arm drags.
Rey Mysterio.
I would have to be, bro.
Yeah.
I bet we're the same height.
Yo, but them dudes be doing it.
Yeah.
When I say Dorado, I mean they're all like my height.
There's a spot for them, you know.
Where I've met Kurt and Matt. I've met a lot of them, but Kurt and Matt in real life, bro, they can't walk like you were saying.
Yeah.
I seen
Kurt
Angle.
But he was
walking
also like
he was
perked
walking
up
like
and
this,
shit.
bro.
Yeah, he was like on some
Atrophy.
shit.
He was-
yeah.
He was walking like this.
He was messed up before.
Yeah.
He even,
Matt Hardy
You
the same
see
way.
that shit in his eyes, like
yeah, he broke his neck before he ever started.
Yeah.
Pro wrestling, so yeah. And they had Matt Hardy. Well, I mean, Matt Hardy's bow-legged, to be fair. Like not like legit, like knock-kneed. Like, yeah, he was all.
But he was also like limping.
Yeah, but yeah.
They must like just turn it off of the camera. It's crazy.
Nah, I was there Tuesday. He didn't turn nothing on. He just, man just can't really walk like that. But you know, it is what it is.
But that's nuts. Kane the same way. Kane's big as fuck, but
I mean, anything you use your body for in that way, yeah, you're gonna see some.
how do you feel about fucking Taker and like Goldberg? Them bringing back these legends all the time. You over it?
I think
Are you-
I think
you
they're over
appreciate that?
it too. So
the world might be.
yeah. No, I mean, they were getting paid checks.
Oh, yeah,
Saudi,
yeah,
like
I
Saudi
respect
Arabia
that.
was paying
Yeah,
mad money
yeah.
to see them old wrestlers. So of course you got to do it.
Yeah. And that's the thing, what Flannery was saying on like one of the last episodes. Same thing. I agree with him. It's like you got these old dudes coming back, and you're like, he's like, I don't want to see anybody like get seriously hurt. Like it's the way Stone Cold's been like out of it for a minute, and then he comes back, and you're like, It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's wrestling. It's always gonna be a place for
and especially for the people that like our age that are like grew up with Stone Cold and The Rock and all that stuff. Like all that shit's cool, but like until like someone gets severely hurt after like doing it, you're like,
Stone Cold's reason was like good though. He hasn't said it yet. But I'm assuming it's because he didn't have like his last match like predetermined, kind of like kind of went off a razor.
Yeah.
He had like his say on this one. Like,
it's good. I mean,
it was good.
Took a bump on concrete.
That shit was nuts.
Yeah.
Me and Ben were talking about that immediately when it happened. It was like, bro,
I was like, oh, he's really doing this. That's what's up.
Vince taking the worst stunner of all time.
That's pretty bad. But yeah, no. It's wrestling. This is going to be a place for the old dudes. And I think they got pretty much all of it out of their system now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Imagine
like they did that in like NBA. Like Jordan's came back one random. One random.
Nah,
Dr. J just got suited up one last time. Yeah, nah.
I'm coming back. Sign me a 10-day contract for the playoffs.
I mean, that's why wrestling it's its own unique
thing.
It's the only
it's weird.
only athletic endeavor that shit can actually happen.
It's like they'll be out of it for a minute and then come back and like do some like athletic shit that I can't even do, bro. Yeah. I'm 30, bro, and I'll be like, yo, bro, like I know you about to be hurt after this, but it's like crazy to me because like there's like because you think about how many times there's like older men's league, like 45 plus leagues, and you're like, bro, how you running up and down the court like still knocking down threes, bro?
A lot of ice.
Like that's why they do it once a week because you need a whole week to fucking recover.
When the light's on, man. Yeah. You don't know what your body can do.
Do you think there's anybody in the NBA at least that could like come back just for the playoffs? Retired players that can come back just for the playoffs.
Only recent dudes.
Yeah, only recent like
Jamal Crawford.
Yeah, Jamal Crawford can still drop 50.
If you're out the league, you're out the league.
Yeah.
You don't think Ray Allen can come back and ball out?
Nah.
I think Ray Allen could only because he's a shooter. So you're not gonna get much else out of him. I think he would definitely knock down at least like 2 threes a game. You know what I'm saying?
I think he could only play for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he would knock down those 2 threes within that like
it's like when
2 minute, 3 minute span.
When like the Celtics were trying to get Reggie Miller to come back.
Yeah, bro.
And Reggie Miller was like working out and just like
they were on a tear. That's when they had like the Steph Marbury and like Matt Lade, Sam Cassell was late. Like
once you're out, you're out.
You don't think Jordan's coming back last 2 minutes of a game, wins a championship, come in?
But have you seen
I'm sure he would like hit a shot.
Yeah,
but
no. Have you seen him? He's like he has that old age look. Like he's like he doesn't necessarily look old because he's black, but because he's like like slightly like he's gained more weight than he's like than he had when he was playing. Like I'm sure he could probably get in the post and like hit a fadeaway jump shot. But
everybody could do it. A lot of people could do a lot of stuff like once.
But that's it. That's what you get out of it.
Nobody's paying you to do stuff once. So yeah.
One day contract's enough for one move.
Yeah, if you're not playing, you're not playing.
Yeah,
it's over.
You think? I don't think not even one person that can be considered for NFL. Maybe Terrell Owens. That's it. Who else? Ocho Cinco, maybe.
Did you see him? He was saying that he was trying to sign with the Chiefs. I don't know if that was last year.
He can't play, but he be fooling me too, though. Because in my head, I'm like, nah, he could probably like catch.
But he said the comparison was Josh Gordon. He said the Chiefs that signed Josh Gordon. What did he do?
Does he know how much older than Josh Gordon?
No matter how much weed Josh Gordon has smoked,
40-something.
He's still better than T.O. right now.
Course.
Right now, there's no debate.
Josh Gordon's not out the league on some injuries.
Yeah, he's
just substance.
Just he can't stop smoking weed.
He's been chilling,
which shouldn't even be like an issue at this point. But
I don't smoke weed, but I don't think it should be an issue. Do you think it should be an issue?
No, it was a sign of the times type thing. Because if it happened now, I think they would just change the rules.
It's like getting suspended for drinking or smoking. Well, not smoking, for drinking. I
was gonna say he got suspended for that too.
Did he?
Yeah, he had like a.
He had problems.
He was like checking the alcohol in his blood or some shit. Like,
Jesus Christ!
You know it's bad then.
Yeah, he had legitimate problems, but yeah.
But why? I still don't get why he even gets a chance. That's a great example by T.O. though. Because
why does Josh Gordon get a chance?
Josh Gordon, he does nothing.
Because he's good.
Is he good?
Even on the Patriots that year he came back and was like scoring touchdowns. Like
Because he's talented.
he was still talented.
Same
like,
reason everybody gets chances.
Yeah, like it's like
They're talented.
Obviously, he wasn't like Flash from like Cleveland, but was it Cleveland? It was the Browns. Right?
The Browns, yeah.
It wasn't like he wasn't the same from then, but like talent is talent.
Talent is talent.
You guys think Kaepernick gets this chance finally?
No. Sadly,
You think it's because of skill or because of what he did?
I think both. Honestly, I think a majority is mainly it's what he did.
In the beginning, it was definitely
What he did.
Because he was.
I think 6 years out was hard.
6 years is too long.
That's a lot of
Like,
years.
dude, come on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that like are working every day. Not saying he's not working every day, but 6 years just wears on your body, bro. That's like
6 years and they don't want you anyway.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
And he wasn't even good last year. So
no, but the problem was he wasn't that bad where he couldn't have been a backup.
Nah,
you know
of
what I'm
course.
saying?
Yeah. No, I don't think-
backup.
Yeah.
Backup, but as a starter, no way.
No, but I mean, I'm sure there was teams.
A lot of people start NFL games. He would
He
have
could've started,
been fine. Like,
He could have started when like the first guy ahead of him like started sucking or let's put him in, but
yeah, I mean, he
It's still
people act,
time in the field.
People act like I don't know. You got to be this like
Tom Brady.
top like
Yeah,
you
no.
gotta be this top 10
You
dude
just gotta
to
manage
play
the
in that
game.
NFL. Like,
Teddy
a lot of people,
Bridgewater's getting paid big money to
yeah,
manage the game.
a lot of people.
No,
can,
he's not anymore. No, he's not. The Dolphins.
A lot of people
Respect
can.
that name.
A lot of people can start in the NFL. He
Yeah.
wasn't.
Hey, Nick Foles won a championship.
Yeah, he wasn't so bad that he.
So when people are like, "Yo, you need Drew Brees, Tom Brady," no, you don't.
I know. I
No,
do.
you don't.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I think
the
Nick
argument
Foles.
the argument that Kaepernick Kaepernick wasn't in the NFL because he wasn't good enough anymore.
No, that was a
nonsense.
stupid argument.
That's
There was no
dumb.
debate there. He was better than like a lot of people's like
people. That was
backup.
nonsense.
He could be a third string guy. You know what I'm saying? There's no debate about that. But then I do think you need a quarterback to win.
Well,
I think Nick Foles has a
10?
good
I
stride.
was gonna say that's a very profound take.
But I say that because
Nick
he
Foles
just
was
said
good that year, but he wasn't a top
good,
10.
He was good that year.
Yeah, he was-
you know what
he
I'm
wasn't
saying?
top 10 that year,
He just
though.
happened to hit a stride, and then that's how it works.
Well, he
But
still wasn't top 10 that year.
I think at the end of the day, in the NFL, if you don't have a good quarterback, you don't win. I don't care how good your running back is. I don't care how good your line is. If your quarterback cannot throw a 20-yard pass, what good is he?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you need a quarterback.
I think
100%.
Nick Foles just hit his stride. He had a good team, and it worked out that way. And they was on the energy. They had that Meek Mill energy. So
I mean, I appreciate them because I hate the Patriots. So
I root for the Pats.
I wasn't mad about that Super Bowl one bit. It was a fun time.
I was happier at the Atlanta one, but Flanny wants to go on fucking ruin it for everybody. He jinxed it. Flanny jinxed it. He's over here playing.
Were you watching it with him?
Yeah, he's over
Yeah.
here. They're up 28-3. He's playing Welcome to Atlanta on all Patriot fans. Like, just balling out. And then
they lost.
They start coming back. I'm like, God damn it, Flanny.
That was
You
funny.
did this.
I watched it with Pats fans, so I was like, I wasn't mad when they was losing, but when they was coming back, I was like, this is cooler.
It's way better that
I was
way.
like, this is dope.
I was rooting for the Pats simply because the simple fact that we were at a party in a tent outside in the middle of February and it was nice.
Yeah.
That there was food, there was drinks. Like,
I
root for wherever the party is. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely hate the Patriots.
Welcome to the show.
But it's lessened as I gotten older.
Not for me.
I was a Rams fan, so when they won that first Super Bowl, it's definitely like my top two worst splits memories ever. So, and my dad was a Pats fan, so I just had to
Deal with that shit.
had to hold that for the next like 15 years. And he'd just be like, "Oh, how the Rams doing?" And I was like, "Go to hell." Guy.
And then they did it again.
that one didn't feel very good either. that wasn't like I was all right after that one, but I wasn't. Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
But they're average now. Well, they welcome back to.
Yeah, very mid.
They're back down to earth now. So.
It's weird for me because I'm a Cowboys fan, so I don't have really interaction with the Pats. But because I'm here, I feel like the older I am,
Or winning the
yeah.
playoffs or anything.
But I will say I'm a very realistic Cowboys fan. I'm not one of those like
We're going to win every year.
Yeah, like we're gonna win everywhere. I think on paper, like talent wise, we have the talent. I don't think there's a debate there. Like talent wise, I think we're always good. but I just know that we're the Cowboys and we're gonna drop the ball one way or another. Yeah. So I really expect that shit.
So you're being like, you say that, but I feel like Pats fans literally think every year they can win it. Now, even like now, they're like, oh, we're gonna win it soon. It's like, dude,
no, they hit a stride this year.
If I was a Pats fan, I would think that too.
Yeah, they hit a stride this year.
100%.
Where they look, I don't remember how many straight it was, but they hit a stride where you're like, all right, we'll at least make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying, and like kind of do something.
I think the Rams are gonna win every year, so. It is what it is.
Is that really a bad thing to like think that though? As if that's your team?
No. Like I think LeBron's gonna win every year. I don't know. Yeah.
No, 100%. Every year, at least the finals.
Better to be optimistic. I don't think LeBron's gonna win every year now. But but from I don't know 2009 to 2020, yeah, I thought every year was gonna win a championship.
Clippers Lob City had me fooled. They had me fooled.
There was only like 2 years I really thought they was gonna win it, like go to the final.
Yeah. Now the year they beat the Spurs when Chris Paul hit that game winner,
and they're up 3-1, and the Rockets.
Yeah, and then that's the same year.
Yeah,
was that the same year?
Yeah, and then
I thought that was
like
one, was at least going to the final.
Like 1 year before that, or the year after that, I thought they was going to go to the finals.
Yep, and then
and the Warriors year.
Yep.
When the Warriors went, I was like, oh, this is the year I'm going to get LeBron and Blake in the finals. I can't wait. And then it didn't.
It never happened.
It didn't happen.
They let Josh Smith go off to come back.
Oh, I forgot Josh Smith.
They were up 3-1, and they were up by like 20, and then Josh Smith went bananas.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that game was happening.
Oh my god!
I was just like, I was driving. I was like coming from Canada from playing one of them games. And I was going to New York, and I was just watching the phone and watching the game on my phone in the car. I was just like, "What is going on? You think it's really gonna lose this?"
Yeah, I was heated, bro. My worst sports memory has to be Game 7, Celtics Lakers. When Rashid dies,
was on fire first half.
Yep, dies. Kendrick's not playing.
That was a big series in New England. I remember I watched that with both mixed company. Yeah.
It was brutal.
I was LeBron guy by then, so I was just watching it.
Yeah, just
whatever happens. Yeah.
I hated the Celtics then, but now I like the Celtics. But I started liking the Celtics when Kyrie got there, and then JT because I'm a Duke fan.
I stopped cheering for the Celtics, like cheering. When KG and Ray Allen came, I was just like, oh, they don't need my fans anymore. They're like nice now. Like when the 2002-3 range, when it was like when they like Twan and Paul Pierce, and they like played the Nets in that conference finals. Yeah, I was all in, but.
I was here for the moral support. You
don't
need the moral support anymore.
Once they got like good, I was like, okay, I can just cheer for my guy now. I don't need to do this anymore.
Oh man, I hope we avoid the Nets first round.
You do. Yeah,
right now, we do. Yeah.
Play the Bulls.
I say we, but
yeah, it happens. Yeah, you play the Bulls.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
You think the Nets can make any noise?
Of course.
True noise.
When you have fucking Kyrie Irving and
I mean, but if they play the Bucks first, then probably not.
I don't know. That series last year was fire, though.
I know, but I don't know. I'm not betting against Giannis right now.
He's on one. Yeah. No, I do not hate Giannis. I don't hate.
How can you hate Giannis?
I dislike him.
How?
Only because the first 5 years of his career, he just traveled a lot. People say the same thing about LeBron.
Oh,
but
whatever.
He would Euro step and take 3 steps. And I'm like, bro, he's traveling. They never called it.
It's the NBA.
Yeah. And so that's my personal beef.
I think James, they all travel.
But at the same time, I hated Kobe when he had the afro. You know what I'm saying? But he was nice. I knew he was nice.
That's that step back.
Yeah,
that James Harden did that. Everybody adopted. That's not really.
Yeah, no,
that's kind of
I'm a fan of basketball.
I just you watch and just accept it.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it goes.
They traveling. It's fine. Whatever. If they're all doing it, then it's cool.
It's funny though when they do call it travel though. It's like, dude, come on.
He's like, why are you going to travel now?
Do you agree with that AP 2010 All Decade team? Did you see it?
No.
2010's All Decade team: Steph Curry, Durant, James Harden, LeBron James, and Dirk Nowitzki. You agree?
Dirk.
2010's team.
He's the 5?
Yep. Well, they don't give They don't give a 1 through 5. It's just top 5 All Decade team
for 2010, right?
Yeah, 2010.
I fuck with it.
The arguments and
I don't like Dirk on there.
Yeah, the arguments with Dirk.
So who would you replace Dirk with?
A lot of people.
I need one person because I was like, I feel like Dirk makes sense.
No, he doesn't. Respectfully, no, he doesn't.
Because he beat the Heat.
But he's done by 2014.
True.
The 4 people that were said in the arguments is Giannis, Kawhi, Kyrie, and Westbrook.
You can't
Those
say
are the
Giannis.
names that keep coming up.
I feel like Giannis didn't hit his stride until like the.
I mean, he was
good.
He had an MVP in the decade, but
What was that? 2019.
yeah. But
Kawhi makes sense.
I would put Kawhi over Dirk for sure.
I could see that. I wouldn't debate that. I would debate Giannis.
Not all time, just like for the
For that
decade.
decade, yeah.
Hell yeah. A lot of people. Like I don't love Dirk on that list.
No, this person's tripping though.
AP?
They got Dame on there. Someone's like Dame.
I mean, if you wanted to say him over Dirk, I don't think I could even argue it honestly. Like
It's AP, Associated Press.
Oh, yeah.
I think the first.
My first one was Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, me too. me too.
Not the Associated Press.
Me too. No, yeah, I don't. I would put a ton of people over Dirk. Respect to Dirk, but
All right, someone's out of their fucking mind. It's like Kyle Lowry. No way.
yeah, I'd listen. I wouldn't. No, I would have put him in the top if it was like a 10. If it was like 3 teams of it, sure, he could be a third team all decade, I guess. But yeah,
Who you taking if you're starting the franchise? Devin Booker or Tatum?
Tatum.
Tatum's
It's pretty neck and neck, but Tatum.
yeah. Tatum went to a different level the past 2 months.
Taller, better defense.
Yeah.
Tatum.
Who thinks taking it this year?
The chip, probably the Bucks. Yeah,
Bucks Suns.
Bucks or Suns. Yeah, they just they've been there. They're better than everybody. Bucks or Suns.
You think Celtics have any chance?
Chance, yeah.
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 A big
Like
Rob
for
comes back.
the whole thing.
Rob got to come back.
The whole thing. They got a chance. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have a chance with Rob.
They're gonna
Rob, no
gonna
way.
beat the Bulls for sure, and then whoever has to play the Bucks has to play the Nets. Whatever they they can beat the Sixers, no problem.
Yeah.
They got a chance.
I feel like the Sixers are like the Cowboys of the NBA. They always show that promise, and then it's like no one takes them serious. It's like, all right, we know what's gonna happen.
The Cowboys,
Yeah, they're dominant in the regular season.
It's not a terrible take. They're definitely not gonna win.
Yeah. I don't even I'm not even scared of them. I'd face them first round.
Yeah, they're definitely not gonna win. I got one of my friends is a super big
Sixers
fan, and yeah, they're not gonna win.
AI.
Yeah, he's a holdover, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. He's playing the fucking Embiid for MVP drum super loud, which I'm not mad at, but
Yeah, he balled out.
yeah,
No argument about that.
yeah, they're not gonna win nothing.
Yeah.
Not with Harden the way he is right now. It's a cursed franchise. Huh? Did too much losing.
Yeah. I think Doc's out of there. Do you believe the Doc hype? I don't believe the Doc hype.
Hype.
Like he's the greatest coaches of all time. Top. He made that list. I think.
He's a good coach. He's
Yeah, good coach. Right? With that fucking Clippers team, you didn't do anything, bro. Come on.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if that's his fault necessarily, but yeah, he's a fine coach.
Yeah.
Not everyone. Yeah, only one person can win it every year. So
Yeah, and then the Warriors at that point in time, those fucking pricks.
he's obviously a much better than average coach.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't coach bad teams anymore. So
Yeah. I mean, L's out of here right now. He's in the urinal. Do you have any Do you have any lasting words?
Edit that out. Nah,
You gotta be out.
this was a fun time. We come back,
Oh yeah, you gotta come back.
talk about some, I don't know,
Whatever, bro.
maybe it's have some like dedicated topics or something. But nah.
I haven't had any topics dedicated at all so far.
yeah.
You live close by, right? I heard you saying.
No,
That's
really.
Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Everything's
everything's
close
close.
enough. Yeah,
Oh, they said you. I don't know what I thought you
No,
were
me
saying.
and Elray
Yeah,
live
we live
close,
close.
like
bet.
a street over or something.
Oh, that's all.
But no, yeah, I'm gonna come back anytime.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
About whatever.
You have any lasting words?
Nah, just whatever.
I don't think I have anything. It was dope. I haven't seen Ben in fucking years, so
That's not true.
definitely
Not in this capacity. We've seen each other for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Sat down and talked
for sure.
for a while.
No. I got nothing. Yeah, good conversation.
Yeah, no,
That's
that's-
my favorite shit about the podcast is the good conversation.
No, it's a good time. We'll come back and do some more.
Yeah, come back doing AEW or WWE podcast.
review, yeah, sure, yeah.
We gotta do it up. Talk about Samoa Joe. We went to a Samoa Joe show together, man, random.
Yeah, Effie texted me. He was like, I got this ticket to this wrestling show, and
I feel like you're the only person I know that'll go. I was like, yeah, I'll go.
He came literally like an hour before.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll go. It was a good day. It was a good time.
It was a good time.
Yeah, I left there and like I had went to a party right after. It was a good time.
Hey,
Yeah, it was a good time.
hey, that's what we do. We bring good times, everybody. Make sure you follow the EGPodofThunder on TikTok, Instagram. Follow my boy Ben. His name's right here. Elray. Follow my boy too. His name's right here. Let's get it, baby.
It's the intro and outro music for me.
I know, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Like Brett said, it reminds me of Jet Set Radio.